Hey everyone, it's Kelly with Kelly's Magical Realm. Today I had an important topic I wanted to talk about, and the title of this is You're Not Your Thoughts. The reason for this is, you ever notice once you start to become aware and you're conscious of your thoughts, did you ever realize some of them that come through, you're like, wait a minute, where is that even coming from? That's not like me. It's because it's not. Our thoughts are ego driven most of the time. It comes from the ego. Honestly, I've been told by my counselor it comes from a different part of you. You know, there are amazing people out there that talk about our different parts in us, that there's different aspects of us. One of the names is Richard Schwartz. He talks about that, like the different parts in us that make us up, and you have to talk to yourself to align with that. But back to the false thoughts. I've talked about this before on my channel. I've said, we pick up other people's energy. It's a given. We're around people daily. We go to the store, you're at work, different places, especially sensitive people and empaths. I'm an empath. I easily pick up others' energy. We don't even realize we're doing it. For instance, someone gets mad at you and then all of a sudden you feel mad because you just picked up their energy and you don't even realize it. So it's really important to be aware of your thoughts and to stay in the present moment. I saw the most amazing video today. I'm going to put it in the link below. Her name is Sandra Rhea, and it was just, she confirmed everything that I was already thinking, that our thoughts are not us. Well, she said it's because of our mind, that our thoughts are not ours. It's the mind doing that. And I thought that was amazing. And there's some techniques that will really help you to stay in the present moment, to get yourself in a peaceful place. This is probably the biggest thing I've struggled with, because it's like I could get in the present moment, but it's hard to maintain. And a great way to do it, for me, I have to do it with a lot of different tools. So I do Tai Chi, I do yoga, I do meditations. Walking meditations are big, grounding meditations, Reiki. As you see on my channel, I'll do a lot of Reiki grounding techniques or Reiki grounding videos on here, or grounding yoga. I've put them in some of my videos in the past. I'm going to start doing more of them again because it's important. It's really important to stay in the present moment. That way we're aware. And not only that, did you ever notice when you're in the present moment just how amazing your body feels, and you can actually feel what's going on in your body? It's the only time you're at peace. Another amazing thing that Sandra Rhea mentioned on her channel today, she mentioned that Eckhart Tolle says something about when we're not in the present moment, it's like we're not at peace. And I don't know his exact quote, but it was along those lines. That's the meaning of it. There is no peace when our mind is off track and we're not balanced. It's like our mind, I call it crazy train. It just, it's like an Ozzy Osbourne song. When my mind just goes wild and I'm not in control, it just takes off. But we do have control. We're in control. We're in the driver's seat. You just got to take over the reins. That's it. To just get in that present moment. Like I mentioned, you could do these different techniques. Sometimes it takes more than one thing. For me, honestly, I'll ground myself in the morning, and then I'll do the Tai Chi, I'll do yoga. I have to do more than one thing to get in the present moment, because I find myself throughout the day, different things will happen, and I have to like reground myself, regroup. You can easily tell when you're not in the present moment. It's like you feel anxious. Whenever you're not in the present moment, you feel anxious, you feel overwhelmed. That's when you're not yourself. Actually, that's what she said. Sandra Rhea actually said when you're not yourself, it's because you're not grounded. And you have to get back into that present moment. And another great thing is walking meditations. Sandra Rhea, she actually has a great one. I believe it's on, I'm going to put a link below of her video that I liked. In her comment section, she has a video that she does. It's amazing. I've always loved walking meditations, but I like hers because she does all of the senses in her video. She does, like, it keeps you aware and present when you do this walking meditation of hers, because you have to look like the vision. Like, okay, what do you see? But it's more with a peripheral vision. See, I've been doing these meditations like she's talking about to stay in the present moment for years, but the ones I was doing was more like, what do you see right now? Count it. Like, count at least 5 or 6 things, like as far as your vision, then smell, and then taste. It's like using all your senses. That's what I've done in the past, but I like hers better because she makes you work harder to stay in the present moment. It's like, okay, what do you see right now, like in the far right corner out of your peripheral vision? You know, it makes you think a little bit harder, it makes you work harder, and it really gets you in touch with yourself, you know, really in your body. I feel like it makes you get more in your body, because that's another thing I feel, that sometimes we're not even in our body because our spirit, like when trauma happens, sometimes our body is just, you know, it gets traumatized, and sometimes it's like our spirit isn't fully in our body. And I feel when we do these grounding techniques and we bring ourselves back into this present moment, it's like then we're telling our bodies, okay, it's safe. It's safe to be in our body. It's okay to be in my body and in the present moment. And the more you start feeling this ease, this peace, you know, this sense of just, it's like, okay, this is the real me. The real me's come. We all have this. Everyone does. It's just that our minds and our ego, you know, everything just else takes over. Other people's thoughts, other people's ideas. This is about peeling back the layers and getting back into who you really are, your true self, you know? And the more you do it, the more that you'll feel it, you know? A thing that my counselor was telling me to do, he's like, do as many activities that will get you in the present moment. And he was telling me, brush your teeth. It sounds funny, but the more things that you pay attention to, that's when you're in the present moment. So it's like, pay attention when you're brushing, pay attention when you're eating, especially eating, because how many times do we keep eating when we're not even hungry? Have you ever done that? It's like, you just keep eating, it tastes good, whatever, you're not paying attention, let me just keep eating, and then it's like, oh God, why did I do that? You know, it's because you weren't in the moment, you weren't paying attention. So if you start consciously becoming aware when you eat, you know, when you're brushing your teeth, when you're around people talking, just reminding yourself, I'm going to stay in the present moment, or with your pets, being presently aware of, you know, I'm petting my cat right now. This is what I'm doing. I'm in the present moment. The more and more tasks that we do to stay in the present moment, the easier it's going to be for you to continuously stay that way. Because once your body, it's like a habit. The more and more repetitive we do things, it becomes a habit. It'll become a no-brainer. So in the past, how we were just unconscious and just, you know, going along all day, now the more and more we do this, we're going to start being consciously aware. And when those thoughts come back in that aren't yours, or, you know, just things coming through, just let them pass. Become the observer. Become the observer. Stand back. If they come through, let them go through. You know, sometimes when I'm thinking a thought, or like I said, they're not yours, or when thoughts come in, right? It could be projected. People project things on you all the time. So something comes into your awareness, for instance, and say, you know, the times when you suddenly get mad, and then you're all of a sudden like, oh, that's something that's unhealed within you when you get mad like that. You know, for instance, I just had it happen with my friend. You know, it was just misunderstanding after misunderstanding. Really, honestly, we were just misunderstanding each other because it was messages. Just misunderstanding the way, like, I wasn't interpreting it one way, and so was she, because there's unhealed parts in us, you know? So, you know what I mean? Like, you look at something, then you get mad, and you're like, wait, that my birthday wasn't important. You know what I mean? Like, but we were misinterpreting the way we were seeing things, and it was just projection, like, you know, me getting upset, projecting on her, her getting upset, projecting on me. And it was all misunderstanding because we were throwing back energy back and forth. But when you stay in that present moment and you just let it go past, that's when you're really in the present moment. That's when you start to understand yourself better. And then you can ask yourself questions like, why did I get upset? Or what was that really about? You know, why was I really upset about that? It's a lot of great exercises to do, but I really wanted to share this with everyone. Honestly, it was the hardest thing for me to grasp, realizing, even though I was saying it a lot on here about picking up other people's thoughts, you know, I kept talking about it, but it takes a while to get in the present moment over and over, to keep doing it. And I'm not saying I'm 100% there like all the time, every day. No, because I go back still, but I'm doing it more and more now. All these practices that I'm doing, that I'm telling you, more and more I'm finding myself in the present moment. And let me tell you, for anyone that struggled with anxiety or depression, this is the best way to knock those out. To really feel yourself inside your body, to feel safe, to feel comfortable in your body, and to be yourself. That's being in the present moment. And that's all I wanted to say. Have a great day.